Well, hey, Jermaine, how are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Good. I guess Happy New Year. We haven't been on, I don't think, yeah, since the New Year. So Happy New Year. I know we're probably past the time frame. When do you stop saying Happy New Year?
Uh,
Oh, you don't say it? I usually give it like 5 or 6 days, and then but anyway, welcome everyone. We are here to review and discuss a show that we haven't done before, Traitors. So Traitors season 4 came out last week, and we're here to get into the mess. You're excited? Now, have you seen all of the seasons, or is this like the second season?
I've seen all the seasons.
Okay, so that's different for me. I think I watched the Porsha season. Yeah, and that's it. I think people talk about it, but I never get a chance. I don't know. It just, for some reason, it's not on my radar unless somebody says, "Oh, Traitors," or I may see a clip or something. But anyway, it's a great show, especially if you're a fan of reality TV. Most of the stars from the most famous ones are on there, so you'll at least know part of the cast, and then you get to know the other part of the cast, and it's such an interesting concept. For those that are not familiar with Traitors, if you've ever played Mafia, it's almost like Mafia. It's like a celebrity mafia, and Mafia is always so much fun. And so this is with they play games and prizes and all that kind of stuff. But yeah,
That reminded me of our college days, Michelle.
Yeah. We still play Mafia at when friends get together or for the holiday time. So it's always a good time. So I want to get into the cast of this season, and we could talk about who's on the cast and if we know them or familiar with them or have any idea who they are. So let's take a look at the cast from this season, and we do need the names because we don't know everybody
at all.
So we'll just go quickly to kind of talk through them. Dorinda. So she's a housewife. Are you familiar with her?
Yes, I'm familiar.
Okay, which housewife? Because I only watch Atlanta, Potomac,
New York.
Oh, okay. I watched New Jersey a while back, but okay, so that's why I don't know her. I'm not familiar with Dorinda, and she doesn't even look familiar. So she's a new person.
I think she was on the original cast
of Traitors or Housewives.
New York Housewives.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I haven't seen any, so I don't know. What about Natalie from Survivor?
Now I don't do Survivor. That's all you. It's all you.
I think she may have also. I feel like she may have also done Amazing Race because she has a twin sister. So she did Survivor she either did Amazing Race or Survivor, or maybe both with her twin sister. And or I don't know if they twin. They look a lot alike. But I will say I am very familiar with Natalie, and she's a great competitor and great strategic mind. So if she's not a traitor, then they should lean on her as a faithful.
She's gonna be a good faithful.
Yeah, a good faithful. So with that being said, Tiffany, I know we're both familiar with Tiffany from the Cookout from Big Brother.
Yeah. So I was a little taken back. That's who I thought Michael Rappaport was talking about. Like when he kept saying Tiffany, 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 I was like, is he talking about old girl from the Cookout? But she looked a little different. And then, once she started talking, I was just like, yeah, that's her. So yeah, I'm excited about her.
And I like her hair. I've gotten used to it, but I can't remember how her hair was on her season now because I'm just like,
I had braids.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, because I was just like, I know it was different, but I couldn't remember. That's right, because she kept rebraiding it and yes, I remember now. Okay. And this, of course, we both know from Real Housewives of Potomac. Lisa.
Drama.
What about her?
I said drama.
Oh, for Candace or Lisa or both?
Both. Both.
So Lisa was funny. I've never seen whatever housewife. Is it Beverly Hills?
It's Beverly Hills. But she was also on Days of Our Lives. Do you remember?
That's where I know her from the soap opera.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even talking. Okay. Porsha, we both know from,
of course,
yes,
Atlanta.
Yeah, Caroline. Now, I know she's a housewife. I don't know what franchise, but I just know her.
Dubai.
Oh, that's what. Okay, so I do know her because I was just like, I know. Yeah, I feel like I know this housewife, but I couldn't put my finger.
Place her. Mm-hmm.
So I do know Caroline. Mara is from Love Island, UK.
Yeah. Now I figured that was something that you might be familiar with.
I'm familiar with Love Island. I just watched Love Island USA this season. But apparently I think it originated in UK. And so Mara on there, I'm not familiar with her. Chris, Top Chef. I've never really watched Top Chef. I don't know her. Okay.
No, not at all.
Donna didn't know her either.
I didn't know who this woman was until this show. They're talking about she was America's mom. I was like, okay.
I was still waiting. I was like, I need a little more clues. Like, I don't know who she is. And then they were saying stuff, and I was like, oh, I think they said something about Taylor Swift's mother-in-law or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who she is now. But I don't know her, but I just know, at least could put her in who she is. But yeah, I didn't know her before. Tara, if she's the ice skater, I am familiar with her. Lipinski or Tara, I am familiar with her. Hi. What about Monet? I've never seen. That's something like I feel like I would love, like RuPaul's Drag Race, but I've never seen an episode, and I don't know why. I feel like I would love every bit of it. But Monet is from there. Are you familiar with Monet?
I'm not familiar with Monet at all, but let me tell you something. Okay, so this is gonna sound, Michelle. You know, I can just say whatever I feel. Mm-hmm. I wasn't feeling him dressed like a woman, but when he took all that off and he was looking like a man, I was like, "Oh, that's my boy right there."
It's funny. Well, we hadn't gotten to the episode, but whenever they did that competition, he was, dressed as a man. I was like, who is that? And I was like, I don't remember him from the night before. And I was really trying to figure it out. I was like, oh. I feel like he even changed his voice a little bit. Like he stepped out of character.
Well, it was deep. It was deep even when he was dressed like that.
It wasn't like he was, talking to Jam that night before. Okay, Rob C. I know you're not familiar because he's from Survivor unless he was on something else.
Actually, I am. Rob has a podcast.
No, is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, you know what? I'm always I never I shouldn't say never, but I have not connected him with that Rob because I always whatever the guy that does the Big Brother, I'm used to just watching
Taryn,
yeah. So I never watch Rob. I've seen his face like, when you look through the YouTube channel, but wow. Okay. Well, wow. Rob, yeah. So anyway, I'm familiar with him from Big Brother, but it's like I knew he existed. I remember him winning, but I don't remember enough about his season and things like that. So it was like, I couldn't remember enough. But typically Survivor winners are very strategic and are very good at this type of thing. Which brings us to Jam Jam, which I think I started watching Jam Jam season because when they said he won, I was like, I don't remember him winning. So I must have fell off of his season for some reason. Ian, we both know from Big Brother.
Yes.
So we're familiar with him. Rob R, I'm familiar with from Love Island USA this last season.
I am not familiar with your boy. However, that's one sexy white boy.
I will say, Love Island is full of eye candy. That's what it's all about. It's just full of eye candy. So that's but he is. And what's funny is I don't remember him because there were so many good looking guys on Love Island that he didn't.
He just kind of blended in.
Yeah, but yeah, so he's on there. And
hey, Betty.
Hey, I don't remember him being like. I mean, it wasn't a strategic show that strategic. So, Colton. Colton. Did you ever watch The Bachelor?
Definitely not that season. However, I did see the reality show that he put out shortly after he came out as gay, which was very good. I was surprised it only got one season, but it was a very good season. That's how I knew who he was.
Gotcha. Okay, I watched Colton's season of The Bachelor, and when I tell you I mean, you know how like some people I'm like, you need to go on, quit wasting these ladies' time. At this, I was shocked when he came out as gay. And when I tell you he is gay now, like he really is free himself because he did not act like that on The Bachelor. So
wait a minute. First, Daryl Seymour says Dylan Efran thinks Rob R is gonna win, and then also Daryl Seymour says Colton's edit makes me think he goes deep. I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna take it as I don't know, but I'm gonna take it as because he's very strategic in his mind and he's pretty deep in the game. That's what I think. They can let us know if he's wrong or right. But I will say Rob R from Rob R on Love Island, I would not have thought he would win this, but he's doing very well, I feel like, on Traitors. So he does have a chance. I agree with them that
out of all of the Traitors, he's in the best position so far.
I agree. Mark, have no idea. I can't remember what he does. Mark, I don't know him.
Yeah,
you know
him? No, not at all.
What about Steven?
So what is One Tree Hill? So I had to look him up because I watched every single episode of One Tree Hill when he came out. I had to look him up because I had no idea who he was. He played like some teenager or something. Now he looks older than me.
Yeah, I mean he probably is. If he was a teenager on One Tree Hill, that was the 90s, right?
Yeah, but I was an adult. I was like late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, okay. I never watched it, so I can't remember when it came out. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Ron Finches. It's like I'm familiar with him from seeing him do different things. I don't think I've ever seen him in a movie. I can't recall. He may have been, but I've seen
him in a TV show that came out, I'm gonna say right around the time that Trump was first elected. It was some silly show. Again, I thought it would have had a second season, but it didn't. But he was really, really funny.
Yeah, he's funny. Eric, don't know who he is.
I'm unfamiliar with him.
Johnny, I'm familiar with him from ice skating. It seems like he's just done other stuff. He's just around, so I'm familiar with him. And then Michael Rappaport, I'm just familiar with him just being controversial. I don't remember what he's in. Yeah, so cool. So,
but Michael is very controversial. I mean, the things that come out of that man's mouth is like, dude, do you think?
No filter. So that's the cast. I was just trying to lay the land and introduce the cast and see, if you're familiar with anyone or who we all knew. So this season, as I said, I haven't watched all the seasons, but I believe this is the first season they've had a secret traitor. Have they had a secret traitor? Okay. No. So when they came in, before they even got in the house, they all came up to see if they were a secret traitor or not. And so one person was a secret traitor. We had no idea who they were. And I think if we're only reviewing the first two episodes, I mean, we may slip up and spoil it, but it's has yet to be revealed, depending on where you are in the show. So did you have any idea who the secret traitor was or thoughts? What were your thoughts on the secret traitor?
Okay, so I'm gonna be transparently honest with you. At one point, I thought it was every single person. Yes, the secret traitor. At some point, I was just like, yeah, it could be her. But it quickly went on to someone else. It was just they did a really good job with that one.
I agree. I wasn't super shocked when I found out because I think of the few people that I thought it was one of those people. So I was like, okay. But I think it was a good choice, and we'll talk about that next week. But the host also selected 3 traitors. They selected Candace, and I think you have them on there. Candace, Lisa Rinna and Rob R, which we see his muscles and beautiful face there. So what did you think about the selections as just initially when he selected them?
So again, transparent. Okay. Tapped Candace. Okay, yeah, that's my girl. I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you. And then he tapped Lisa Rinna. And Michelle, let me tell you, my 50-year-old body jumped over furniture. I was so excited. I was so excited because all that told me was messy, 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 messy. And I'm here for it. That's you know, I live for it. I gotta have it.
And then I mean, and probably like me, no emotional response to Rob because from Love Island, like I didn't get a chance of who, and you didn't know who he was. And so what was interesting though, I felt like between, you know, when Candace, kind of before they were selected as traitors, she was like, I think Lisa Rinna would be a good traitor. So it's like you put in your mind who you think would be good at it. And she's one of the choices that I even thought too would be a good traitor. I thought she would be a good traitor. I thought Candace. I did not think Porsha because Portia's not, she's not good strategically. She can probably like read and entertain us, but not strategically. Someone put, Daryl put that Yam Yam could have been the secret traitor. I thought that too at one point. That was one of my thoughts that Yam Yam, whatever, would have been the secret traitor. But so I was fine with the selections though. So they had this competition, you know, they always have a competition. And the first one was where they went, it was like a river. They had to row out to these graves and pick a grave with a $sign on it, bring it back to the shore and place it in a grave with somebody's name on it. But you can't just place it in a grave because the person that you put it in would be up for elimination. So they had to be slightly strategic. And so, you know, they're going back and forth and filling up these graves, but trying to be strategic. There were two boats that I can't remember the
red and blue. Who's on? Oh no, I don't remember.
Yeah, but it was that boat, whatever the first boat that came in there, and I think that was Rob R's boat, and they basically made an alliance with all the boats. It was just like, don't put any in our, you know, we won't put it in yours. And then, but that second boat got stuck and was like, we can't do it in their face. So I thought that was an interesting competition because they had to be strategic, but also race. And then also, you know, I don't know, they had to think. It wasn't just like, So after it was all said and done, I think I got all the names right, but both of the Robs, Ian, Michael, Eric, Donna, and Dorinda. Did I say Ian? Yeah. So they were all there, and they had to fill their graves up and then go back and wait to be eliminated, possibly. Mm-hmm. So the secret traitor, what their job is this season is to basically limit what, you know, pare down the list and then give the actual remaining traitors the list of who to eliminate from. So she or he pared it down to Ian, Rob R, Mark, and Eric. And so they were, you know, weighing out the pros and cons of who to get rid of or whatever. Of course, Rob was safe because he was in the room making the decision. But they decided to eliminate Ian. What do you think about that?
It was a smart decision. It was a smart decision. Even though he seemed to like really, really want to play a low-key game. I think his years with Big Brother, I think he started to feel a certain kind of way, like he got a bad rap, or people are thinking that he's like a bad guy or whatever. So strategic that he can't be like a friend. And I think he went into this trying to be a friend. I don't really think that he even wanted to be a traitor. Of course, he was going to do what.
Sorry. Remember we were doing those interviews at the beginning? And he said that he was interested in basically like doing the friend, what do they call
it? Faithful.
The faithful. Not the friendly, the faithful. Like being a good faithful and playing that and to try to so and I think he would have been good at that.
Yeah.
So Ian is gone. I was, you know, I guess because I know Ian, I wanted him to stay longer. I was like, you can take out Eric and whoever, but right. They decide to be strategic and get rid of him. So in episode 2, they had this game where they had to it was like put people on a throne, like, and then roll through the woods, and they had 45 minutes to get back to the castle. And whoever is sitting on the throne, they had to get gold coins. There were also shields out there. And so if you got a shield, you could replace the person that was sitting in the seat, and then you're safe. So whoever makes it back to the castle in the chair within that 45 minutes was safe. Now, one of the criteria is that they didn't know the time. There's no timekeeper saying 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So they had to keep it in their head. I don't know how Tiffany did that. You know how she was just like, we're about 1 minute in, and she was about 30 seconds off. I feel like her and Candace, like, they were pretty close, and they got there about 10 minutes early. But I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. But it was some controversy, of course, because Jam got a shield and took like a smaller person out. And then even Colton's big butt got in there and took, but I mean, at the end of the day, every man for himself. So it's who's gonna be safe.
I think he was just being smart, and you got to be smart in this particular game. Bottom line, and you can't be upset about that, which is why. Never mind, we'll get to it.
Yeah. So the issue, not the issue, but for this episode, Porsha became a target because she was caught saying different things. So after Ian was eliminated, she said, after I killed Ian, she said that. She also said, because they're 4, right? And, it's just like, wait a minute. At this point, everybody's listening and on top of every single word you say. And they're thinking like, how do you know it's 4? Like, it might be 3, it might be 2, how do you know? So that was one thing. And she said one other thing, but just knowing Porsha from the show, that's her. She just is not the smartest,
Right, like the Underground Railroad. I mean, she thought it was literally underground.
And it wasn't like days. She was like 385 days a year. It's like different things she's done that shows us that she can definitely make a slip of the tongue or whatever. But at this point, Ron doesn't. I don't know if he's seen any episodes of Housewives.
No. And I thought it was really nice what Candace did. Candace really tried to save her, and the other housewives, of course, they've seen those episodes, so they were like, "Yeah, she can," but they didn't they didn't say anything. Really, it was Candace was the only one that came to her defense. And say what you will, even though they voted, they tried to save her, they didn't say anything. And you got it at that round table, you got to open up your mouth.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And I had a problem with it.
Yeah, because a lot of people hadn't really made their decision, and they'll probably go with the majority. It's just like, okay, you say enough, we'll go with you or whatever. And I don't know, what did you think? Because I was on the fence about Candace commenting. I do like that she stood up for her housewife, her fellow housewife or whatever. But it also kind of put a target on her because Donna, the America's mom, was also a target, and it came back to her because she not only defended Porsha, but she also like stood 10 toes down and was just like, yeah, I think you would make a good traitor. That's why I feel like you should go. And the lady was like, I feel the same thing about you. And it was a valid point, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a balance of laying low, being yourself, but also, playing the game. So I don't know. I think she can step back just a tad to take the
so here's the thing. She started off strong. She did. Even after she became a traitor, she started off strong. And the only thing that she can do at this particular point in time is to slowly back off. Because if she just backs off all of a sudden, that will look strange. So and if you really think about it, she said what she said, and it was like less than 30 seconds of whatever it was that she had to say, and then she was done. That was it. And the rest of the time that you saw her talking, she was really defending herself.
And And also like that, the controversy with, and that's part of my clip of the week. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but with her, I get what she was trying to do. Trying to put like a target on Michael in the car, saying that he, said somebody, I meant to go back and look at it because somebody did say we should target the housewives. I just couldn't remember who it was. And she told Porsha, and then of course Porsha goes to tell Michael. And that's where like the little mini drama came where they had to confront her.
So I think what happened, and I might be wrong, I think what happened was he said they're probably going to target the housewives.
Okay. Because I know somebody said something and I meant to go back and listen to it. But her making that up and then getting confronted with it. And then luckily Porsha knows her and they have a relationship and then Mara played dumb or played like it didn't happen. So it worked out in Candace's
But did she play dumb? Or did she just forget? Like for real?
She could have.
That would have been me. I would have been like, shit, I don't remember what the fuck. That's
true, because we don't know how long the ride is. They could have done interviews. They could have done, we don't know how long the ride was. And that was what, a minute, if that. And so she may not, because she was like, I can't even remember what she said, the competition or what team I was
on. My team.
Yeah. So yeah, that might have just been her. So with all that being said, Donna, Michael, and Porsha were up to be killed, and they decided to kill Porsha. And she said that she was a well, I can't remember the name. Not the friendly, what's the word? Not the
faithful.
Faithful. I don't know why I can't remember the faithful today. She was a faithful. And so they were all super shocked. It also put a target on Ron because Ron was the one that gave, and I will say he gave a compelling argument. It was very convincing. And because he had been so quiet when he stood up and made his statement, it was, strong, and other people, kind of backed him up on it. So, but yeah, so Porsha is no longer with us. I think she would have been good for entertainment, but not necessarily like to win the show. But anyway, Do you see any front runners or people that you think can win? Like,
that can win? Okay, let me put that back up. Put that back up. My early front runners, I'm gonna have to go with Colton, Rob R.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I think they're gonna get rid of Monet at some point. I think Tiffany is gonna last a long time, but I think they are eventually gonna get rid of her, but it'll be like towards the end. Yeah, that's where I put my money.
Okay.
Which is a short list. That's a really short list, but
yeah, I would add Natalie. I think Natalie has a chance because I've just known her from Survivor. I feel like she would be good. Colton, I kind of agree with because I think he's playing the game and he's thinking, strategically or whatever. He may not be right in everything, but he's at least like trying to think through and being strategic with his thoughts. Tiffany, I feel like is being strategic, but she's off. It's like her eye is on the wrong people and she's talking to traitors about the wrong people, so I feel like she's playing, but her radar is off. We haven't gotten there yet. So there was one other person I thought would be good.
But when it comes to traitors,
mm-hmm.
I think as long as people like her personally, and this is not even I'm not even really talking about Tiffany. I'm talking about just this game in general. If they like you personally outside of the game, then the traitor will do whatever it is that they can to protect you and take you along. And I think she's affable enough to last a long way. I think if she opens her mouth at the wrong time, which I think will happen, because I do agree with you, she's going to end up talking to a traitor, not knowing that they're a traitor. For instance, she point blank, she told Candace, I think you're a faithful.
Yeah.
So guess what? For the rest of this game, unless something happens, she's going to end up telling
Candace.
What's her name? That doggy Candace the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Cool. But yeah, so we will I know we'll be reviewing probably 2 episodes at a time. We'll play it by ear, but we just decided to do episodes 1 and 2 today. They're going to release more episodes Thursday, and then we'll figure it out. We're thinking Mondays will work, but we'll review those episodes on next Monday. Now, I have a clip of the week, and I just called this "I'm Here for the Mess." So, can you just play the clip of the week?
Put it in a housewife's grave. And I'm like, why? What?
That didn't happen. Who said that then? Who was in your car?
Because I would go talk to them now. I would like to ask them.
Come on, let's go.
I'm practically another housewife.
I'm going.
Tiffany, it's getting crazy. It is. I don't even know if I want to be part.
Monet dancing, because that's like, people that are here for the mess. That's how I be like, ooh. I think he told Lisa Rinna, was like, it's about to be good. It's about to be good.
It was like I was back in Atlanta. I was so excited.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I am enjoying this season of Traitor. So I'm looking forward to the next episodes that will be released, and we will. Anything else you want to say or share before we get off?
No, I'm excited. I'm excited for what's about to come. I do miss what's her name from last season of Traitors. Shoot, she was on Atlanta as well. Then she went to Married to Medicine.
Porsha?
No, not Porsha.
Not Porsha. Phaedra. Oh,
I'm still in my Phaedra withdrawals because Phaedra was just funny. She was like, "Oh, could you pass the tea?" Lisa Rinna has some of that energy too. She so uncaring.
Oh my God, is this Diet Coke or what is this? Oh well.
Yeah.
But we definitely appreciate those who were able to join. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and we will see y'all next week.
All right. Y'all have a good one.